I can't decide if I should buy a new or a used truck. And I know that may seem like, wow, you're thinking about buying a new truck? Like, how much money do you have? But actually, I made a little spreadsheet. I did a little analysis and looked at the values of trucks that are 10 years old in the market around my house, trucks that are brand new. And I actually think there's not much of a difference. There's just a few things to consider. So I've been driving my wife crazy, going back and forth on a decision, but let me know what you think of what I found. Now, if I find a new or almost new truck for about $27,000, including the financing, I can keep it for about 10 years because I don't drive that much, and sell it at around $13,500. And I've seen trucks new for this price, and I've seen trucks used with that many miles for this price. So now I've got $13,500 and I'm ready to move on. If I had decided to keep it, or I had bought it used for the $13,500, after that, between 90 and 180k miles, there are going to be maintenance things that come up. If you're DIY, sure, you can do it for much less than I've listed here, but maybe if you need a new engine rebuild, if you need a new transmission, maybe you're way over this amount. So if you keep the car until 180k and then sell it, I figure a car that's a truck that's around almost 20 years old and 180k is probably worth about $1,500. So I've included that in my calculation as well. So if now we go and compare if you bought it new and kept it all the way through, or if you sold it after just 10 years, or compare that to if you bought it at the 90k and sold it at the 180k, your cost per mile is actually not that much different. So that lends to the argument that, hey, it doesn't matter if you buy new or used, but there are other things you may want to think about. Now in New York where I live, there's a lot of salt, which causes a lot of rust, and there's a lot of maintenance on your car, probably more than if you're in California. So problems will come up. But if you do get lucky and nothing happens, then of course the used car ends up being cheaper. Now, consider, do you want a 10-year-old car working its way towards 20 years, or would you rather have a brand new car working its way towards 10 years? The newer car is going to have improved safety features, maybe better gas mileage, better features, backup camera, whatever it may be. So that's definitely something to consider. Also, insurance and registration, and definitely taxes when you purchase it new are going to be more expensive than the used car. So think about that. Now, some people might say, hey, buying a new truck, $27,000 loan, $450 a month. If you get the Toyota deal, 0% for 60 months, that's a lot more than maybe $310, $311 a month if I get a used car loan from my credit union. Well, that difference of $140 a month is what you need to save to get ready for those maintenance costs coming up. For me, taking all this in and thinking about it, I might try to convince my wife to get the newer truck. I know it may be a little more expensive, considering insurance and things, but I think I'd rather have a new truck working its way towards 10 years than a used truck that's 10 years old working its way towards 20.